Welcome back. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back to everybody out there. If you're in the chat, if you're watching right now, smash a like. It would be very much appreciated. It would help out with this with this stream. It would help out with the channel. Hit the like. It takes about a second. All right. So today was an interesting day. CPI came in lower than expected, right? It hit expectations. It was lower. It was lower than last month. It doesn't matter whether it hit expectations or not. It came in lower. This is good news for small caps. This is good news for growth stocks. And I've come up with a theory why I think growth stocks today are not going up. Of course, it could take some time. It could take some time for it to actually start being priced in. Right, so for us actually to see a move in the stocks underlying, that could take some time, a couple days max, right? So I personally have told you guys that I was 40% cash. 40% of my portfolio was in cash. I bought a lot of stocks today. I am now 30% in cash. I bought a boatload of stock. Now, I'm excited to tell you which stocks I bought, but you can probably guess it. You know, I've been talking about these stocks for some time. So, let's just start off. Yes, I bought Virgin Galactic around $27. Bought the dip, so to speak. I think it's going to come back up for the launch that we're going to have in September. So, I bought Virgin Galactic. I bought some Robinhood stock. Robinhood was sitting at $49. I bought some at $49. I bought some DIDI stock at below $9, right? So DIDI hit 8.9. I bought myself some DIDI stock. I also bought some, here we go, Palantir. I bought some Palantir 22.2. I bought some AI at 50.3. So I've been buying the dip like crazy. I think these stocks are going to do quite good. We're going to have earnings coming up for Palantir, for AI, and I think we're going to see significant rallies for all these stocks. Of course, there is a reason why stocks are going down. There's a good reason why stocks are going down. I personally think what's happening here is hedge funds and institutions alike are making retail are making retail paper hand. That's what we're seeing. I think that's what's happening. I do not think institutions are waiting to put more money into overbought value stocks. They want to buy the dip. They want to buy the dip in growth stocks. But why should they buy right now when they know that if they don't buy today that the stock prices are going to come down anyway? Guess what's happening? They're not buying and the stock prices are going down. So I think this is going to take some time. Retail is paper handing. That's what's happening right now. Retail is paper handing. Retail is fleeing. Retail is running away like in droves. You can see the volume is very low, but the prices are coming down. That is pretty much retail getting out of these stocks. I think what's going to happen. So that's generally what happens, right? Stocks are at all-time lows or at low levels, and then retail sells at the bottom, and then hedge funds buy at the bottom, and then stocks start rallying. And I think that's what's going to be coming up next. This is just retail selling. We're seeing retail paper handing right now. Potentially hedge funds even shorting these stocks short term. I don't think this is going to last. This is a short-term downturn. And I think once this is over, we're going to see significant rallies to the upside as we could have a potential inflection point in inflation. All right, so enough ranting. I want to welcome everybody to the live stream. Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button if you just joined. Also, let me know in the live chat which stocks you want me to take a look at, and I might look at your stock. Welcome back to Unai, Oambasna, Julian, Joe, James, Chris, Inu, Oliver, Alex, Avebury, Ali, J-Max, Damson, Logan, Jasper, Larry Summers, X-Saint, Rick, Kevin, Alex, Streamico. Welcome back, everybody. Cheers. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. I am stoked. I am absolutely stoked. I've got tons of capital to be deploying into the market right now. I hope you guys are in a similar situation where you can buy the dip if stocks are going down. and some stocks are going down. We're talking Palantir down 2.3%, C3.ai is down 0.6%, AMC down 2.9%, Virgin Galactic down 14%, Robinhood down 5%, DIDI is down 2.5%. So all of these risky, high risk, high multiple stocks are coming down, and we're seeing discounts across the board. And this is happening as the indices are hitting all-time highs. The Dow Jones hitting all-time highs. The S&P just recently hit an all-time high. The Nasdaq hit an all-time high recently. And it's just the Russell that's suffering at this point. But we're gradually seeing the Russell come back as we're getting close to the day's end. This is a massive move right here. So we had a downturn of 1.3%. And guess what happened? The Russell's going up a percentage point. What could be happening right now? Is it that retail is actually paper handing and institutions might be buying the dip right now? Possibly. That's why we call it Power Hour. That's usually when we see the hedge funds start pouring their money in. Retail tends to buy when the market opens up. Hedge funds tend to buy when the market is going to close. So, yeah, this is looking pretty interesting. This is looking pretty interesting indeed. I am most stoked about Palantir. Palantir is going to have earnings, Q2 earnings. It's going to be coming up tomorrow. So Q2 earnings is going to be very, very exciting. I think they're going to beat earnings. I think it's going to be potentially even a profitable quarter. If that happens, that is going to be wild. So we're going to have to look at Palantir. Let me quickly grab my iPad so I can see what you guys are saying here in the live chat. Gara, thoughts on Neo? Yeah, Neo has earnings today. We might take a look at Neo earnings right after market close. Virgin Galactic, a buying opportunity. I think Virgin Galactic right now, as things stand, it could go a little bit lower, but I personally think it's worth to be dollar cost averaging at this point. But keep in mind, that's not financial advice. That's just my opinion on things right now. But yeah, I think it could drop back to the $25. I think that is certainly going to be a possibility here. There is a gap to be filled to the 22, so there could be more downside coming. But I think the current price is just way too attractive to not be dollar cost averaging short term. So I've already started dollar cost averaging. Let's see. Can you please take a look at Palantir? We'll do that in a second. Which one of those that you mentioned are you most bullish on? I am most bullish on Palantir, short term. We have earnings coming up tomorrow. I think it's going to be wild. It's going to get crazy. Your stream looks good. Thank you. We actually, I went out of my parents' house. I'm in my own apartment right now. We have very, very fast internet here. So the stream should be looking good. But yeah, thank you for that compliment. What's your thoughts on Fiverr? Lots of sideways movement. The CEO of Palantir seems to be determined to keep his stock down. Yeah, he's actually been selling a lot of shares. I would say the mainly reason is tax reasons. So that's, yeah. I mean, when the CEO is selling his stock, that generally is not a bullish catalyst, right? So that tends to be kind of bearish. But what can I say? I don't think he sold recently, though, right? I don't think... I think Carb didn't sell recently. Like, he didn't sell today or yesterday or anything like that. Here we go. Yeah, both Palantir and AI are tanking. Still tanking, right? So AI is very, very close to the all-time low, which is around 48. I think it's even lower than that. The all-time low is 47.4. It's not far away from that. But yeah, we had good CPI, so I don't think that we're going to see that come down to 47. I think from here onwards, I think we're going to see huge upside. AI is going to have earnings in the first week of September. Actually, the second week. The beginning of the second week. I think it's the 9th of September. And so I think 2 weeks prior to that, so we're talking like mid to end of August, we're going to see C3.ai considerably pick up the pace, as we haven't seen any positive catalysts come by for AI yet. And we know what happens when C3.ai gets a positive catalyst. it tends to be incredible, right? So we've seen a massive rally recently where it went from 47 all the way to the 77s. And I told you guys that I did not sell my C3.ai stock. I sold a little bit, but it wasn't significant. And obviously, it fell right from that. I still think it's cheap. I think it's even cheap at 77, considering the next years ahead for C3.ai. So it's definitely, I think it's looking very attractive at 50.5. Let me check the live chat here. Gara, can you please check Tesla? Gara, what do you think about GM? Hood resistance at 453%. He values the company more than short-term money. He wants to build the best software. I agree with that. I mean, just because the CEO is selling doesn't necessarily mean he thinks the company is worth less. It could also be that he thinks, hey, we're going to need more shares because the value of the company is going to be increasing so rapidly. And, of course, we have tax reasons. I mean, that is certainly a possibility. The Russell is coming back up very strongly. Oh, yeah, so remember Unity, right? So I've been talking about Unity for some time. I talked about Unity a time ago, and Unity is going up substantially right now. So let me just take a look right here. Look at this, right? So this is Unity stock. And I have said several times on several occasions that Unity was looking very bullish. It is now up 11.7%. This is the arrow that I drew for Unity. I think this could be the start of a bigger rally coming up for Unity. They had good earnings, apparently. That's really nice. It's a massive surprise. Wow. So people were expecting negative EPS, and they actually reported positive EPS. That is wild. Good stuff. Looks like Unity is going to go up even further. Let me check. It's not even overbought yet. Yep, I think Unity could maybe go back to 125, maybe 130. How much of a move would that be from here? Yeah, maybe around 5 to 10% coming up for Unity. Palantir is slowly recovering. We're seeing that right now. Look at the green candles. Will Palantir recover all the way? We'll see. Palantir is going to be reporting earnings in the pre-market of tomorrow. So do make sure you are there in the pre-market. I'm going to be live streaming earlier than usual, just so we can cover Palantir earnings properly. It's going to get wild. Like, if they miss earnings, obviously it's going to fall back down to the 20s. I don't think they're going to miss earnings. I think it's going to be good. Oh, one moment. MACD's crossing, RSI's heading up. Volumes are relatively higher than previous days. That has to do with the fact that we have earnings tomorrow. And we had CPI today, so... Some people are bearish on Palantir right now. It looks like Palantir is obviously it's selling right before earnings. I mean, this is something that we have seen several times before. This is not the first time that Palantir is behaving in this way. I can tell you that. I mean, this is, in my opinion, what's happening here is Palantir is going back to the trend line. This is the trend line that we drew previously, prior to that price coming all the way back down to 22. It came back to the trend line, it retested the trend line, and I think what could be happening here, if earnings are indeed going to be good, we're going to see another leg up to the, we're going to see another leg to the upside, and then potentially breach 23.5 for Palantir to go up to the 25. I think that could be very much possible depending on the earnings results. So if we take a look at the past earnings that we had for Palantir, which I could do that right here. So last earnings, Palantir sold off. Look at that. It sold off all the way into earnings. Then earnings came around. They beat the expectation and it came back up. Recovered all the way. What? Oh, darn it. So that's one earnings where it came back down and then it surged back up. I think we have another one where the same thing happens. So there we go. It's sold off into earnings, and then right after earnings, a couple days after, it came back up slightly, although it just kept going down right after because we got into a bear market for growth. This was when the 10-year was going haywire to the upside. Another one where it sold off right into earnings, and then after earnings, it just kept skyrocketing. That's the behavior that we have seen recently for Palantir. I still think we're going to see it move up substantially. We'll see. Yeah, so the Russell's failing to recover. That's what we're seeing right now. We got a €7 donation from Fani Yanaswamy. Fani says, "Hey Gara, right now I am at 30% loss in a stock gamble. Would you like to check the stock, please? ACHLA, Achilles Therapeutics, went up to the peak and fell below 6% for today." Let me see if I can open up my PayPal. Hold on a second. I presume you want me to take a look at the stock. Could you suggest sell or hold? If hold until well. I can't suggest anything. I am not a financial advisor. I can't tell you to hold, sell, or buy. What I can do, I can take a look at the stock and give you my opinion on what's going to potentially happen for the stock. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. So ACHL, well, yeah, I've said this before, but I do not cover stocks that have a lower market cap than 500 million. This is getting into penny stocks category, and it's just very risky, right? So, I mean, it was above 500 million recently, so I'll cover it. But just for in the future, this looks like a pump and dump. This pretty much looks like a pump and dump. Pump, and then you have the dump. Yeah, that's kind of sad. There's not a whole lot of information to go off of, to be honest. Like, I can't say a whole lot. Burning lots of money, no revenue. Small market cap. Yeah, it's too small of a market cap. I'm sorry, but I don't cover those stocks. This looks like a pump and dump. It feels like a pump and dump. You know, if it quacks like a pump and dump, then it is a pump and dump. So yeah, it could just remain flat, honestly. It looks pretty messed up. Very, very risky. It's all these therapeutic stocks, right? Incredibly risky. They pump up massively and then they dump instantly. Yeah, so Netlist is still heading up. Okay. Netlist is a winner today, I would say. From all the stocks that we cover. DIDI is still down 2.3%, and it's been going down. It's down 14%. Big banks are heading up. Yeah, JP Morgan is taking the lead. No, actually, it's Morgan Stanley. Going above. Morgan Stanley is hitting all-time highs. There we go. 103 on Morgan Stanley. Market cap of 188 billion. Quarterly revenues, or no, annual revenues of 52 billion. Net income 11 billion. That is interesting. Yeah, I think we're going to see a correction, especially as rates could potentially fall again. I think there's a good chance it's going to fall again. I'm going to be bearish on Morgan Stanley. Let's see, JP Morgan. Yeah, JP Morgan is, in my opinion, looking a little bit more bullish than Morgan Stanley. Looks like it has a little bit more room to go as well. Coinbase is dumping. No, it's not dumping. It's still up 2.1%. But I get what you mean. It's falling. It's falling from the heights that we had. It almost got to 300. It hit 293, and it came back from that level. Man, that is pretty wild. Yeah, so I've been talking about Coinbase ever since it was at 220. In fact, I remember talking about Coinbase while it was sitting at what is it? Did it go lower than this? So around 210. And I said it was going to be bouncing back because cryptos were going to bounce back. But I did say that cryptos were not going to go back to the all-time highs, and that the bounce we could definitely see Bitcoin go to 50,000 or Ethereum go to 3,000. But it would be a dead cat bounce, so it would not last. And that's exactly what's happening. Bitcoin at 46,000. Ethereum up more than I expected because, of course, they announced the fork that's coming. They're forking the what was it, the blockchain, and so that has kind of instigated a lot of hype. It propped up the crypto. But when that is over, when that's all said and done, I think we're going to see both Bitcoin and Ethereum fall back down, and that's when Coinbase is going to fall back down as well. So we'll see if this is going to last. But they did crush earnings. They had 290. My target was 300. They were very close to hitting that. I would personally stay away from Coinbase because it's not certain that the cryptos are going to keep running. Plus, keep in mind the transaction costs that Coinbase are currently using are going to be outdated. A lot of competitors are going to be coming along, and they're going to be offering either lower transaction costs or no transaction costs at all, like Binance. Which, I mean, I'm currently using Binance, and I think I don't really have any transaction costs, which is kind of wild when you think about it. Versus Coinbase, where you actually there are transaction costs. I cannot believe this, right? So I can't believe how Palantir is still down 2.4% right prior to earnings. It's wild. I guess people don't want to make money. All right then. I guess, you know, what can I say? The people that are not buying Palantir right now, 22.3. Those are the people that are going to buy Palantir when it's back sitting at 28, 27. Just watch. There's a lot of people that are not buying right now. They're like, oh, it's going to go down. It's going to keep going down because of CPI. Whatever. And then it's going to keep going up. It's going to hit 25, 27, 28. And that's when people see a stock going up. That's when they jump on the bandwagon. It's almost always like that. It's very frustrating, but it's just, I guess it's just human psychology. But yeah, it's going to be wild. Of course, I can be wrong about this. Maybe Palantir is going to report horrible earnings and it's going to fall. I don't think it's going to happen, but who knows? Oh. Yeah, we have 30 minutes left until power hour, and it seems like so far people don't care. So far, it looks like institutions, both institutions and hedge funds, just don't care. They don't want to buy growth stocks. They want to buy value stocks. They want to buy overbought value stocks. They want to pour their money into the value stocks and big banks. At least short term, that's been the case so far. Right, so we got institutions and hedge funds. They're like, hey, no, let me not buy a growth stock that's down 70%. I would rather have a big bank that's sitting at an all-time high. That's literally what's happening right now. I mean, you've got to consume this properly, right? Like, we're seeing, look, so hedge funds and institutions are choosing Morgan Stanley, sitting at 103, sitting at an all-time high, right? All-time high. They're choosing that as CPI is going lower, which basically means the 10-year could remain flat, which could mean these banks could suffer short term. They're choosing that over a stock that's down 70% or 80% with a potentially super bright future. But it's, you know, it's high risk, so in some sense they've got to think about that, right? Like, you can't just buy high risk stocks all the time. I think it's gonna bite. Look, it's gonna bite them in the ass. I think that's what's gonna be happening. They want to buy Nike stock. They want to buy Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan. They want to get that 2% return. Nope. Smart money institution rotating. They're definitely rotating into crypto. I mean, where the money is, that's where these hedge funds are going. Why is the stock market going down despite CPI going up? Hedge funds and institutions are waiting until we sell all of our growth stocks, and then they're going to buy in. That's what's happening. Hedge funds and institutions, they're waiting until we, yes, us the retail traders, are going to paper hand and give up and sell all of our growth stocks so that when the growth stocks come down again, they could buy the dip. That's all that's happening right now. CPI is inflecting downwards. We have growth stocks that are sitting super low. It's the only thing that's happening right now is they're waiting. They're like, hey, maybe, you know, if I wait one more day or 2 more days, maybe growth stocks are going to come down a little bit further, and then we can buy the dip. I think that's the overall sentiment. It's like, why buy right now when if retail sells, it's going to go down anyway. That's what's happening. Remember what happened in February and March. Please remember this, right? So remember what happened. I'll show you what happened, right? I'll give you an example. I'll give you a proper example. Okay. So Xpeng, right? This is Xpeng. This is your boy Xpeng. Xpeng was sitting at $58. It kept going down. This is retail, initially hedge funds sold. Then retail kept selling all the way down. It hit 27. So it went down more than 50%. Then what happens? We see a bit of a rally, right? So whenever we see a rally after a bottom like this, it tends to be rallying because of good news. Earnings was really good. Hedge funds start buying it again. And then it went down again, right? So this is retail selling again. The volumes are incredibly low. This is retail selling. So retail is selling the bottom. And then when the bottom comes in, the volumes spike again. And that's when hedge funds come in. And then as hedge funds, the smart money buy in right here, that's when retail's going to follow up. And I think what's happening right now is we're just seeing, people paper handing. People are getting out of growth stocks. They're like, oh, darn it. My stock is not going up 20% in one day. So I should just paper hand right now because I have no patience. Well, that's happening right now. Let me see. My green screen is starting to show up, so I need some lighting. Yeah, that didn't work. Patience is power. I agree with that. And it's unbelievable, right? It's unbelievable. Oh my god, stocks don't go up 10% in one night. And then everybody sells out. Well, that's retail. That is literally how retail behaves. Oh my god, stocks don't go up for one day. Everybody sells. Everybody sells. And they're going to suffer for it. They're going to watch the stock rally maybe a week from now. Or maybe a month from now. Who knows? Yeah, I think we received a donation from LM. Thank you, LM. It's a €5 donation. Thank you so much. Strategy is holding Palantir and other growth stocks, as well as pouring in some trades in there and putting these profits into China index. It could work out. I mean, but China right now is still a little bit unstable. I mean, the market crashed, so I think it would be a good idea to be very cautious with that. You don't know what could happen with the Chinese stock market. It could get very wild, very fast. I think patience is going to be very well rewarded just over the course of the next coming days. Lower highs trended down, although it's still trending down. Right, so it needs to break above 51 on C3.ai. And look at these bottoms. Trending very, very consistently. I think if the CPI was to be really bad, it would have dropped probably back to like 48. Let's see. See if we can see a bit of a channel going on here. Cheeto Killer the Game Collector coming in here with a $2 donation and says, "Talk to me about DIDI. What are your thoughts, please?" I'll come up with something in a second. 53.2 is going to be my short-term targets for C3.ai. See if that's going to happen, though. I mean, so far it's been it's been incredibly bearish. It's barely been able to move. But this would be my target short term for C3. That would be a rally of about 4.5%. I think Palantir's going to get back to, above 23.5, hit the 24. That 23.5 is difficult to go above of. We've seen that being rejected several times in the past, actually. So, if it does go above 23.5, I think the sky is the limit. Let me grab the live chat here. See, that's what's useful about this iPad. You can just grab the live chat. See if I can also... Oh, there we go. That's a lot better, actually. Alright. Getting itchy fingers. Yeah, I feel you. I'm going to talk about DIDI in a second, by the way. So, Alibaba's the best Chinese stock to buy. I think it's alright. It's not the best Chinese stock. I think, personally, DIDI is looking very attractive at the current price of $9. Subbing to Virgin Galactic, still sitting quite low. Oh yeah, by the way, Joby's merger actually completed, so RTP is now Joby. The name change, the ticker change happened. So it's trading on the market. It went up substantially. I am super happy for anybody that owns this. Peru Invest, he's probably on his holiday right now, but he is one of our moderators. He came up with this ticker. He said it was going to go up substantially, and it did. I personally had a couple hundred in Joby and RTP, and it's up quite a sizable amount, so very, very happy about that. It hit $14 at its peak, 14.3, which is just beautiful. It went from 10 to 14. In fact, it went from 9.4 to 14. It outperformed everything in the watch list. Up 31% today. Let me check net list. Yeah, it's kind of going down right now. DIDI still down 2.8%. We have the complete gap fill. So, will it bounce? Or are we going to go for the next gap fill? That would be around $8. Yeah, so far the bearish trend indicates... well, we have the gap fill here. I think it could still go down to 8.7 at this rate. We have all the Chinese stocks here going down. Baidu, Alibaba, Tencent, BYD just going sideways. Yeah, earnings is going to be the first week of September. And, yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be in about 3 weeks. I think we could definitely see a bit of a rally for earnings, as the stock is already down substantially. A lot of people are expecting earnings to be bad, and that's why the stock is also down a lot. It's already kind of priced into the stock. People are anticipating bad results over the coming weeks. Let's see if we can just... Yeah, I can't copy it. Darn it. I think it could drop a slight bit lower and then return right back to 9.2 short term. That is the short term bearish channel that we're seeing for DIDI stock. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Palantir is not even recovering. It's so insane. It's not even recovering. It's not even moving up anything at all. It's just sitting there like, wow. Like, we're seeing some green candles. We're seeing some movement to the upside. But it's almost overbought already. Which just indicates, like, there's not a whole lot going on short term. Like, the momentum to the downside was quite fast and quite swift. Look at the Palantir chart from the DPO days. It's not an IPO, it was a DPO. A direct public offering. I mean, if you look, yeah, I mean, it was sitting at, you know, $8 or $9 back then. But that was not an accurate price. This was not an accurate price for Palantir to start off with. That was just wild. The fact that Palantir was sitting at a market cap of $20 billion with revenues of close to $1 billion for that time, I think it was a bargain. It was mispriced. I think for good reasons. And then we had institutions buy the stock like crazy. I remember that time period. When it went from like 11 all the way to like 30. Like, no worries. But ever since then, we haven't really hit 30s. Obviously, this is when Wall Street Bets came in. I would say it hit $20 without Wall Street Bets, probably. But that huge overshoot, that was pretty much Wall Street Bets coming in there. All right, we have about 13 minutes until Power Hour. I want to make sure everybody has hit the like button because we still haven't hit 100 likes yet. So smash that like button right now. I wonder if anybody's holding Palantir. So if you're holding Palantir stock, especially hit the like button here. We'll see what happens. I'm going to be drinking out of this beautiful Lucid mug with the Tesla logo on it. Drinking some iced tea because, well, it looks really funny, huh? The green is like being filtered out because of the camera. But yeah, I'm going to be drinking some iced tea as, you know, markets are going down. That's when I drink myself some iced tea. It's a remedy, right? It solves all your problems. Holding Palantir average at 22.8. Yeah, a lot of people are holding Palantir. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. We got a €10 donation from Shaheen Omrani. Thank you, Shaheen. Appreciate it. Shaheen says, can you do a technical on TME 10 cent music? All right, I think that's over the counter, right? Is it time to buy now before it pops upwards? I can't tell you to buy, obviously. Can't do that. I can take a look at the stock. No problem. Alright, so let's see. We had a massive rally to the upside. Then a massive downturn. Ooh. Yeah. 17.9 billion. Wow, they have crazy earnings. Wow. That's wild. Why is the market cap so low? What the hell is going on? That is weird. Why is it so low? Is there something going on? Yeah, we made a prediction for Tencent Music. That I thought it's going to go from 15 to 16, which happened, but then it dropped right after. It dropped massively. Is this because of the Chinese government cracking down on Chinese stocks or something? This is insane. This looks very attractive. I think it looks pretty interesting. Although I have to know why it went down so much. I don't know if it's just China FUD. I'm just going to look it up right now. Oh, there's a crackdown going on. Yeah, okay. China orders Tencent to give up exclusive music licensing rights as crackdown continues. Oh, there we go. China regulators bars Tencent from exclusive rights in online music. Wow. China orders Tencent to end exclusive music deals. China orders Tencent music to exclusive music deals. That's pretty insane. That is really, really insane. They're really cracking down on these companies now. That is messed up. Yeah, so I think it's priced into the stock, though. I do think it's priced into the stock. Keep in mind, this company, look at this company, man. This is insane. 1.2 billion in revenue, 140 million in net income. That is really high. On an annual basis, their revenue is 4.2 billion. I think as soon as this crackdown is going to end, I don't think it's going to necessarily go back to the all-time high. I don't think it's going to go back to 32. But I wouldn't be surprised if it gets back to 15 or 16. So, yeah, I think earnings probably are going to be bad because of what's happening with Tencent. But despite that, I think we've probably already seen the worst. But, you know, the Chinese government is kind of unpredictable in that fashion. The weekly is oversold on the RSI. MACD could cross in the coming weeks. Volumes are going down. I am going to say we'll see a potential gap fill coming up. Here we go. Alright, so maybe sell off, fill the gap to 9.9, then rally back up to the $12 short term. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if in the coming months we see a return back to 15. That seems to be a solid baseline at the upper levels. Yeah, the Tencent news it's not necessarily old news, but it's already priced into the stock. So something really bad would have to happen for Tencent to go even lower at this point. That's what I'm trying to say right now. One moment, let me just quickly I think I'm gonna buy some Tencent Music, just a small amount. It's looking quite attractive right now. See if I can buy some at the moment. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna swing this bad boy to $12. I'm not gonna hold this long term. I have not looked into this company too much to be holding it long term, and I will be placing a stop loss as well. But I think this is one of those stocks. It could just fly 10-20% short term, fairly easily. Very risky though. Trying to buy the stock. Orders are not going through though. If you want some crazy gains in the stocks you own, smash that like button. I agree with that, Vincent. Cheers. Smash the like button if you want to see some crazy gains over the coming weeks. I think we're going to see some proper rallies as we're going to see an inflection point in inflation. You can't just have inflation go up every single month. You know, it doesn't happen, right? At least it can happen, but you know, with the deflationary systems that we have in place at the moment, it seems to be rather unlikely. We had a transitory spike, which makes sense when you come out of a lockdown, and things should be looking better for the foreseeable future. Of course, we're not going to see the same highs that we have seen previously in you know, end of last year, but we're going to see some nice rallies, right? That's the idea. We're talking like, Palantir could come back to 30, AI could come back to 75 to $100 potentially. Things like a Robinhood going back to 60, maybe 70, DIDI going back to 14. BNGO, both BNGO and Nano Dimension, maybe go back to $8 or $9. AI is green. Oh wow, yeah, it's actually coming back up. Is it green? It is not green. No way in hell is it green. 4 minutes left. It is actually green. C3.ai is green right now as we speak. That is wild. That is wild. Hold up. Oh, darn it. There we go. Yeah, so Palantir seems like it's recovering slightly. We're seeing a bit of a, green candle to the upside right before earnings for tomorrow. Interesting. Let me grab a tissue. Two minutes until power hour. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna calculate something over here. So I'll tell you guys what the what my potential return is looking like for this month, or at least what I'm looking at currently. So we have PLTR sitting at 22 points. Let's see. Oops. PLTR is currently sitting at 22.4. I think that's going to come back to 30 within a month or two. That would be a 40% gain from there. 40% for Palantir. I think C3.ai, which is right here, sitting at 50.6. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets back to 73.5. How much of a gain would that be from there? All right. That's within the next month and a half. A 44% gain. And DIDI DIDI is sitting at 8.89, down 3%. If the investigation is going to be over, it takes about 45 days to about 60 days. We're pretty much in about 40 days now. So I'll give it a 2 to 3 weeks, maybe at the end of the month, as we could see a rally for earnings potentially. I think DIDI short term will come back to around 12. That's a 37% gain. Tesla. I don't think Tesla's going to go up that much, but yeah, Power Hour is coming in here. Let's just activate that Power Hour template. Let's get it going. Yeah, a lot of stocks have earnings tonight, including Neo. Yeah, the 780s would be my goal for Tesla, to be honest. That would be a 10% increase. Let's see. Virgin Galactic has a launch coming up in September, end of September. End of September, so that's 1.5 months from now. I wouldn't be surprised if we could see another one of those parabolic curves. You know, something like I might drop to 25 and then hold up. See if we can draw this on the daily chart. Darn it. Something like this. $50 to $60. Let's be safe. Let's say there's a 50% upside at that point. I have leverage in all of that. Palantir times 5, C3.ai times 2, DIDI times 5, Tesla times 5, and Virgin Galactic times 2. So that would be a potential 200% gain for Palantir, a 88% gain on C3.ai, a gain of roughly 185% on DIDI, 50% on Tesla, and a 100% gain on Virgin Galactic within 2 to 3 months. And I'm using options, right? So I'm using these options. I'll take it. I think patience is going to be rewarding here. This would obviously happen if the market doesn't just collapse here. Some people are calling it crazy, but I've done this before, right? This happens every 3 months or so. These kind of numbers, because I'm using options, and I've seen the downside as well, right? So I've been down several times, but usually it takes risk management and patience. Hold up, that is crazy, Gara. Well, guess what? I'm a professional trader. I've been doing this thing 6 years. People think I'm joking when I'm saying I'm a professional trader. I'm gonna take a screenshot of these live chats right now, and I'm gonna show them in 1 month. Hold up, let me do that right now. Here we go. Gara, you've lost the plot. Gara, you're delusional. Too optimistic. You're crazy, Gara. Gara, you're crazy. How can C3.ai go back to 73? It's impossible. You can't gain. You can make money in the market. The markets only go down. Hold up, screenshot. 1. Oh my god, Gara actually makes money by trading? He's lying. He's delusional. He's not a professional trader. I'm gonna make a whole folder of like chats like these, and then just when the market goes up, when we actually see that uplift, it will be funny, right? I'll be like, hey, look at these chats, you know, some people were like bearish and thought I was crazy, and see you guys in 2 months. Exactly. Pretty much. I've got the patience. Look, think about it. Think about it, right? So, just give me 1 second. Give me a little bit of your brain power, especially to the people that are hating on me right now. Think about it. You see XBang. Do you see XBang right now? XBang is sitting at $42, right? Is XBang sitting at $42? Especially the people that just called me delusional and crazy. Do you see XBang at $42? You see XBang at 42, right? I cover the stock market every single day when the market is open, before the market opens up, and before the market closes. I've done this since last year, October, November, right? That's right here. Do you see XBang right here? Where was XBang sitting at the 13th of May? What was the price? It was 22.7. 22.7. Get that straight. I covered the market that day. I covered the market right here. I covered the market right here. I covered the market right here. Every single day afterwards. Every day. And I bought the dip in XBang every day with 5 times leverage. Now let's do the math. Let's do the freaking math, right? So let's say I bought the dip in XBang at 22 and I sold XBang at 38. And I have 5 times leverage on XBang. How much is that? What's 5 times 50%? That's 250%. Of course, you know, along the way, you can make some losses in other positions. Not everything goes perfect, But some trades do go perfect. Some trades are really good. This is one of the trades I made. Xpeng going from 22. This is actually not even accurate. It's probably way more than that. It's sitting at 24 here. I misclicked. But it's possible. If you have experience, if you have the patience, if you have the capital, you can make big gains like that. It's very difficult. It's not going to happen overnight. In fact, how long did this take? Let me check. This took from 13th of May until 8th of June. That did not happen overnight. It took several weeks. And this is why sometimes I kind of become a little frustrated about the fact that people are saying that the stock market is not going up. It can take some time, right? So stocks don't just go up overnight. That it takes some time. It takes weeks, maybe months, sometimes even years. With Tesla, it took years. But eventually you see these stocks go up. So incredibly. If I look like I'm sweating, it's because I closed the windows because there's a lot of noise coming from outside, so I closed the windows. But it's like a sauna. It's like a sauna in here. That's the beautiful sound of iced tea being poured into a Lucid trading mug. Welcome, Peru. I haven't seen you in like a couple days. Hope you had fun at Cancun. RTP paid off. Yeah, I actually bought RTP. Cheers. Thank you for that trade. I actually bought that stock. I'm not even kidding. I bought RTP. Joby now. I was a little skeptical on it because the market cap was sitting quite high. But it's all right. It's not sitting that high, actually. It's sitting at 1.6 billion. I mean, it's high, but it's not that high. Yeah, Joby Aviation. I think this could definitely go to like $20 within like 6 months. I wouldn't be surprised. But that's a jolly 30% gain on Joby. In fact, the trade that I just mentioned, think about it. I bought Palantir at 16.17. This zone. I streamed that day. How much of a gain is that? Hold up. I held until like 25, 27. How much of a gain is that? 65%? And some of that was with 5 times leverage. That's 300%. Yeah, we have CFDs in the Netherlands. We have that in Europe. I don't think you have that in the United States. You guys have, call options and put options. We don't really have those. It's illegal in the Netherlands. So, yeah. I mean, both have their benefits and cons. Paul Garrett coming in here with a $2 donation. Cheers. Appreciate it. One moment, net list. Yeah, I had a good time on that list. No doubt about that. Like, that was a good trade. That was a good trade indeed. Bought it at like 5.6, 5.7. It's now sitting at 6.76. That is awesome. Cheers to the, I think it was Rocket Launcher that told me to take a look at that. Oh yeah, you like the shirt? That's the Lucid, that's the light t-shirt. I have the light and the dark. The dark one is with the white letters. Paul Garrett coming in with a $5 donation says, "Nice shirt, Garrett. I am proud of you. Thank you so much for that donation. Appreciate it." Let me see if I can. So I want to calculate something else, right? So. I mean, there's downside risk. Palantir could go back to like 18. We could see C3.ai go back to 40. I think there's a low probability of that happening. And I have my own plan when that happens, if it does happen. I just don't see that happening short term. AI is pulling back up. Look at that. AI pulling back up right as we speak. It is going up. It has gone up. Let's freaking go. AI is now green. Palantir is only down 1.6%, but it's still down. Right, so it's still down. Palantir was up 2.5% at the start of this day, and it just came back down substantially right after. I mean, in total, from top to bottom, it was down 4.8% from top to bottom. And now we're almost halfway there. Recovering to the upside. I bought the dip right around 22. You know what? I'm actually, I'm a little bit curious. I am a little bit curious, right? I want to know what happens when everybody hits the like button. I'm curious if it actually does help with the algorithm. We have 386 people watching right now. I wonder if when everybody hits the like button, are we actually going to see everybody else that's obviously subscribed to the channel come in here? I want to say, you know, let's have some fun. Let's try it out. I just want to see if it's going to actually work out here. So, on 3, take a second and hit the like button. Smash it super hard. Right? So everybody, if you're listening right now, if you're holding Palantir, if you're holding growth stocks, on 3, hit the like button massively. Like, smash that like button. I'm going to do the same thing on my phone. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Hit that like. Let's see what happens. I'm actually curious. I've never tried this before in the past 7 months, actually. It's not promoting. It's just I am actually genuinely curious what happens. So it went from 386 viewers to 381. So far it seems like it doesn't work. I'm just curious, right? That's all. I wonder if it's actually correlated, right? So like, does the like count trigger the algorithm to post a video out there? Let's see. No, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It's been a couple seconds now. It's been a minute now. I don't think the like count does anything. At least not at this point. Maybe at the beginning of the live stream, but yeah, DIDI is still sitting very low. Palantir is just not willing to go back up. It's just not willing to do that. Sitting at 22.5. Paul Garrett coming in here with a $2 donation and says, Gara, let's take a look at the altcoin Matic. Sure thing. Let me just throw up the chart. Matic up 27%. Let me just remove the volume. MACD's heading down. There is a clear trend though. That was the first trend. Then it went parabolic. Yeah, I think we have the wrong one though. Maybe it's this one? Matic Network? Yeah, there we go. I think it's gonna come down. Yeah, I think we're gonna see a massive downturn. We hit resistance around 1.43. I mean, how much of a move to the upside do we get here? 126%. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna fail. I think it's gonna come back to 1.36, so maybe another 10% to the downside. But it's still up 21%, right? So it's still up huge. I think we're going to see a period of sideways consolidation, potentially. I think the spike in cryptos is about to be topping out. I would say what the most concerning thing is probably the 4 hours. Look at the 4 hours, right? Do you see the 4-hour MACD? So if we were to just draw like a horizontal line right through that, how often do we go above that RSI? 1, 2, that's twice. In the history. That's in. So generally speaking, it doesn't really go above this unless we have a unique run, a unique rally caused by the halving event. And so what happens in all other cases when it hits that level? It comes down, right? So what have we seen? 25% downturn. What is this? 20% downturn. 20% downturn. Fairly consistently. So if we would have a 20% downturn, where would this take us? Oh well. I think it's probably going to go down 10%. Maybe. 7 to 10%, right? First test this. I think maybe eventually come back down to somewhere like something like that. Come on, like this is just unbelievable. Palantir is only it's down 2% right now prior to earnings. Oh wow. That's incredibly disappointing. I'm just going to quickly take a look at Twitter, see if anybody's saying anything. I'm going to do that on my iPad. Why the hell? Hold up. See if there's anything happening with Elon. I think Elon actually went to Germany. He's now in the Gigafactory Berlin. At least that's what I think. See if he posted anything. See Gary Black. Did he say anything? not following this guy? Oh, I'm following you. What's Elon saying? Yeah, he's been on holiday. I think he went to Italy. Tesla Giga Berlin's public opposition is starting to decline. That's great. That's what Elon actually retweeted. He says it's going to be awesome. He also did another episode with Everyday Astronaut on YouTube. That's pretty cool. Talking about, I think, Starship. He's been tweeting a lot about Starship and just SpaceX in general. Yeah, so Tesla Giga Shanghai's new production rate is 450,000 a year. That's insane. And it's going to keep on going up. Yeah, so he hasn't really been tweeting anything, so that's kind of all I've seen so far. Gary, you said that the growth stocks will skyrocket. Yeah, I have to admit, I was a little bit optimistic. But, keep in mind, this actually happened before. Retail is going to pay per hand. We slowly see stocks go down slightly. A couple days later, we see a massive rally. I mean, stocks don't go up overnight. I got a little excited with CPI, I have to admit. But, it was good news. Regardless, you cannot change the facts. CPI was down month over month in terms of just the growth rate of the CPI. And this is going to have a positive influence. Look at that. Do you see that? Do you freaking see that? The 10-year is falling again. We had a spike in the 10-year and it fell again. Isn't that lovely? So the 10-year is not able to go up. And I've said this before, it's going to go flat. It's beautiful. It's the same pattern we saw in March and again in May. It's happening again. No, it's not. It's not. This is not the same pattern. This is different. This is definitely different. We don't have the 10-year shooting up. We have the 10-year going down. It's the opposite of what happened back then, but it's slowly developing. Like, it's not happening overnight. It's happening over the course of the coming days. Rotates in my pocket. But inflation is up 0.5. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because the market is forward-looking. So in 6 months, if in 6 months inflation is heading down, nobody cares about inflation right now. Literally, nobody does. Because keep in mind, we're actually getting out of a pandemic. There's a good reason why inflation is up. It's not like the inflation is going to stay high like this for the next 6 years. At least that's not what's projected to be the case. At least Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, has said it's going to be transitory, and he's fairly confident about this, and we're now seeing a little bit more evidence. Freed from this. Let's get the live chat. There we go. I wonder how you zoom in on Apple. How does that work? Does anybody know that? How do you zoom in on an Apple device? I have no idea. Oops. Oh, I found a way to zoom in. That's cool. Huh? Oh, there we go. Cool. So yeah, the 10-year is still inflecting downwards. We're still not seeing Palantir go positive for earnings. What can I say? It's gonna have to accept the situation right now. Oh, Netlist is topping out short term. That's cool. Hood, yeah, Hood was looking interesting. I bought a little bit at 54, but I bought some more at like 49. So it's looking good. Could drop. I think it's probably gonna hold 50. I'll be surprised if it goes back to like the 45. But I would love that. I mean, that would be a great discount, right? So, oof. Speaking of discounts, DIDI's heading down, 3.4%. Interesting. Could go as low as like 8.7. Interesting. Oh yeah. By the way, if you have not joined the Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. There's gonna be a Discord link in the live chat. I'll link it. Make sure you join. Make sure you get verified in the Discord so you can talk. There we go. Hit that link up. You can join the community. If you don't join, that's sad. But if you do join, that'll be really great. So make sure you join. It's very straightforward. Very, very straightforward. Yeah. AI is actually coming up. Yes, my portfolio is slightly greener. If I would have, wait, hold up. I'm gonna be showing you an image of how my portfolio looks today, just today, right? So, hold up. I'm gonna find this image. Hold up. If you could like find a image of my portfolio right now today, it would look something like this. Hold up. Darn it. I can't show it. Well, let me go back to the Discord. Oh, it doesn't show it, darn it. Oops. Why is it not showing? No, it doesn't show. That's sad. Oh, man. That sucks. I wanted to show you like an image of just like a house burning, because that's my portfolio today. Just today, though, because you know the surprise downturn of Palantir and AI and DIDI, just all of the stocks that I have in my portfolio are down. Let's be really honest here. The green little thingies you see right here next to the ticket, those are stocks that I'm holding. Hood, I'm holding Hood, down 5.5%. I'm holding Virgin Galactic, down 14%. DIDI, down 3%. BNGO, down 2%. Palantir, down 2%. AI, flat. XPeng, down. Neo, flat. Tesla's down. So, Romy coming in with 1,000 HUF. I think that's a Hungarian. What's the currency name? The forint. I think it's a forint, right? Cheers! Thank you so much for that donation. That is awesome. Hey Gara, can you check Doyu, please? I have a big bag with an average of $5.4. Why are you unable to write in the Discord section? You have to get verified. There's a channel, the upper channel in the Discord itself, the upper channel. If you go there, you have to hit the check mark. If you hit the check mark, you can get access to the Discord. Obviously, this is for security measures because some people, they use bots, they use robots to rate the server, and that's really bad. So it's a very easy thing to do. So yeah. So Doyu, I can take a look at Doyu, no problem. Let me just let everybody know. Hold up. Get verified here to access the Discord server, which is completely free, by the way. Alright. 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 Doyu. Yeah, so Doyu looks horrible. 1.4 billion in revenue with a net income of 70 million. Market cap of 1. The frick? What? What's happening with this company? I don't quite understand what's happening here. They have good earnings, yet the stock keeps going down. Is there something going on with this company? Is it a Chinese company? I have no idea, actually, so let me just take a look at that. That's weird. Is it a... Yeah, it's a Chinese stock. There we go. Yeah, okay, so it's down because it's a Chinese stock. Classic. I think it's ready to go. I mean, I've been wrong about this before because the Chinese government cracked down on Chinese stocks, and then right after it just plummeted. Like pretty much all Chinese stocks went down and crashed down. Right, so I mean, they've got good fundamentals. We have earnings coming up. Yeah, I think short term, it looks like we could definitely get back to like 4.5. I'll say 4 at least, 10% run up. That's really wild though. It's sitting at all-time lows. DIDI back to $8? Hold up, really? Oh, it's down 3.6, yeah. It's definitely getting down. It's going down. It's going down, 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 down. Well, let's just take a look at the 4 hours, right? 4 hours is rising. Earnings coming up. Daily chart. Look at the daily chart. It's just hanging out in the oversold levels. I mean, I gotta say, it looks kind of funny. I personally think that this stock is oversold. Look at this. Look at this. Like, what the frick? It's down so much. What the hell? How much is it? Let me check. Hold up. It's down 82%. That's $6.5. There's a gap there. I think maybe we could see that by the end of this year. Probably. Short term, I'm looking at like maybe 4.5. Yeah, Doyu got wrecked. I agree. I'm going to buy some Doyu. I'm going to buy some of these oversold Chinese stocks, just small amounts, right? Swing trading them. All right, let's get some of that Doyu. Some of that sweet, sweet dough. I like their fundamentals, and I wouldn't mind just swing trading. It's gonna be a risky trade. No pain, no gain. Wasn't Doyu in the portfolio of ARK? I think it was. I think they probably sold out of it. Yeah, the Chinese market actually crashed, so there's a good reason why these Chinese stocks are down. With the Chinese government cracking down on these companies, that also isn't helping, I would have to say. Oh no, Gara, didn't hear about the gaming sector. I don't care. I really don't care. I truly don't care. When a stock is down 82%, oh, go regulate it, right? Like, the stock is down 82% from the all-time high. I truly don't care. It's oversold. The technicals are saying it's going to come back up. It's going to be a swing trade. This will be a swing trade. It's a very risky one, right? So it's not financial advice. Don't, I would say buying this stock is really risky. I'm only buying this stock because I think it's going to go back to fill the gap at around $4, potentially 4.5. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Bit of a rally back upwards. I don't think it's going to go up much more than that short term. But that's, for me, I mean, for a swing trade, for a quick swing trade, not bad. Yeah, what a hell of a day. I have to agree with that. It's been one hell of a day. One hell of a day so far. DIDI down 3.6%. We have Robinhood down 5%. We have Virgin Galactic down 13.5%. Meanwhile, big banks are rallying. Value stocks are rallying. Chinese stocks still down. Recovery stocks sort of climbing up. We've got some of these growth stocks down. BNGO down. Nano Dimension down. Big tech doesn't even... It just goes back and forth. It's just going flat. Palantir down 2%. Tesla's down. AI just like going flat as a pancake. So I think we're going to have to wait for the rally. I think there is going to be a big rally coming for growth stocks. It's going to take some time. What's happening to the Dow Jones is still... Oh my gosh. Dow Jones still hitting all-time highs. This is wild. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Is that the... Oh, yeah, right. So, there we go. When do you expect the big rally to come? I think the end of this week. Friday or the beginning of next week. Either Friday or beginning of next week. And the reason I'm saying this is that when you have a weekend, this market is closed. People can, think a little bit about the trades they made. And usually it's a bit of a reset in sentiment, right? So it's the whole weekend, right? From Friday to Monday. It's kind of a reset in sentiment. And think about it like, oh, yeah, CPI is going down. So that means that, high-risk stocks, could potentially be interesting as they're oversold still. Yeah, I can't believe I bought this pencil, right? I thought it would be very useful, for the tablet. It is useful, but this pencil cost $150. I could, you know how many Palantir stock I could have bought with this? Probably like 7 or something. Yeah, I really don't like these expensive gadgets, but they're gonna help with the stream. They're gonna help with productivity. Fuck, oops. I said a word I should have not said. I let the pencil fall. Well, I don't understand how a pencil can be that expensive. I got scammed. I feel scammed. Welcome to the Apple world. But yeah, they have the best products on the market, I think. At least that's my opinion. Three pair of donations. Oh man, that's so horrible. You can get a generic pencil. No, it doesn't really work as well as an Apple Pencil. But this is why Apple is the biggest corporation on the planet, because they can do things like that. They can sell you a pencil that's worth like 7 Palantir stocks. Yep. I think it's gonna go down. It's not like a personal vendetta. It's just they don't, you know, we don't really have many catalysts coming up for Apple short term. Although I think the Apple glasses will be wild when they come out. Yeah, I would rather buy Apple stock over an Apple Pencil. Just not at these valuations. Palantir still not recovering. Just kind of sitting there at 22.4. By the way, I'm going to be turning on the member-only mode so that the members can have their say. So if you are a member, ask me anything. Ask away. Yeah, I actually bought some stuff for this apartment. I bought some stuff. Yeah, I think I bought a TV. I don't have a TV in this room, so that might be nice to have. Just a big screen to, you know, obviously when you're a YouTube content creator, it might help. I don't really watch TV though, so that's kind of a problem. So I can literally imagine just having the TV there. I don't even use it. Maybe for editing, I think would be quite nice for editing. So I think I ordered some other things, like a new router for the internet, so that we don't see any more disconnections and whatnot. Some books. Bought some books about investing, obviously. I like reading about investing, the hot new topics that people are talking about. And I think I bought new shoes. I have 1 pair of shoes and that's it. So I have 2 pair of shoes. Fantastic. I'm really minimalistic in terms of like clothes and everything. You know, you'll probably watch me wear like Lucid trading merch every single day. Because I don't really care that much about how I do care about how, you know, how I present myself, but it's not my main priority. My main priority is to kill it in the stock market. And today, I have to say, today I'm getting absolutely wrecked. I'm not able to achieve my main objective today, which is to kill it in the stock market. But it's okay, you know, the stock market can't go up every single day. Stocks correct. Stocks don't go up every day. Stocks don't go up overnight, at least most of the time. So it's going to be about that patience game, right? So you got to have patience in the market. Patience. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at the chat, eh? Let's take a look at the chat. See what people are saying. All right, we got the members only mode on. Welcome, John Nike. Welcome to the Lucid Explorers. Cheers. You're now able to use the member-only chat, and we have got special emojis. Let me just... There we go. Alright, so Vincent says, Wall Street is crazy not to already having been buying in on growth now. No, they're not crazy. They're very smart. Trust me, Wall Street is really smart about this. They'll probably wait until everybody sells out, and then they're going to buy the dip. Oh, the hedges are a little slow because they can't afford it. They can't afford it. They're just waiting a little bit. They're hitting the stop losses. You know, market makers are making us hit stop losses. They're making us sell off, and then that's when the hedge funds come in and buy the dip. Gara, please, your thoughts on Palantir until the end of the next week. If earnings is going to be beat, we'll be sitting at like between 25, 27 for the end of this week. So it will be exciting indeed. I bought $20 sneakers, Avia, and they're great. I'm a minimalist, but that's really cheap. I bought Adidas shoes. I think it was $60, something like that. Some basic shoes to have shoes. I'm in both industrials, and TEK1 is up while others are down. Yeah, industrials will be obviously with inflation, you know, passive inflation. Industrials are going to do all right. What do you think of KXIN? PTRA getting beat up for no reason. Let me take a look at KXIN. Haven't heard of that. KXIN. Wow, why is it up so much? I mean, it's up like more than 100%. $400 million market cap. I don't like covering market caps that are below 500 million because usually they tend to be pump and dumps. And guess what? This looks like a pump and dump. So I'm gonna have to skip this one. Proterra. SciencePad just became a Lucid Explorer. Welcome, SciencePad. Cheers. Welcome to the Lucid gang. Slowly, I'm going to convince everybody to turn into a member. I'm just joking. No, this is actually, I think a lot of people appreciate this, right? So I've actually heard a lot of people say, Gara, I want my questions answered, and they don't necessarily want to donate. They just want to chat, because it takes a little bit of effort to donate. But I think the membership only mode every now and then is going to help out with that. It's a very logical solution. It's like, oh, you want to ask a question? Ask away. But yeah, we'll be turning that off in 2 minutes. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up in the live chat. Proterra is getting beaten up. It's actually heading up right now already. We have earnings for that stock, right? So that's the reason. And it's also a 2.4 billion market cap with some really weird revenues. It's weird. Yeah, I was bullish on this in the past, right? So bottomed out, then headed up, and then came back down all the way. I don't have enough information to go off of this. Oh, Jabs, he just became a Lucid Explorer. Welcome to the gang. Cheers. I would have to know more about this, to be honest. Proterra engages in the designing and manufacturing of zero-emission electric transit vehicles. Right. Huh. It's going to depend on earnings, right? We don't know what's going to happen here for earnings. So it's a bit of a coin flip, but I think there's a good shot it's going to be coming back up to, I'm going to say, I'm looking at around $13 for Proterra. Thoughts on CPNG? I'm going to be turning off the membership only mode so people can talk right before market close, obviously. So here we go. The gates have opened. You can talk again. Hell yes. Oh, I'm going to say it again, by the way. If you would like to join the community, there is a link in the description for the Discord. I'll be linking you in the live chat. That's where we talk about trading, investing, finance, you name it. So if you'd like to join the Discord link is in the live chat. Make sure you get verified as well if you join the Discord, because obviously you can't talk if you're not verified. So we have a €1 donation from Abu Bakr Zakaria. Abu Bakr says, "Can you check dollar ticker NET for me, please? Coming your way." I think I've already checked this one in the past. Cloudflare, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I remember saying that Cloudflare was going to go up for earnings and then come down. It didn't come down because earnings was they actually reported good earnings. So yeah, Cloudflare's been doing pretty good. 37 billion market cap. But what I dislike about Cloudflare is the fact that they have so little revenue relative to their market cap. But yeah, cloud companies are really hot right now, so that's one of the reasons why they're like, these are hot potatoes. I don't see the new mug in the accessory page. What do you mean? Hold up. Just to get this across, this is a customized mug. The Tesla logo, I added that myself. Like that's not, it's not in the accessory place, whatever. But yeah, you can customize your own mugs in the merchandise store. So, and the merchandise store link is in the description if you're interested in that. Yeah, I actually got a mug for my friend, good friend of mine. It has no Tesla logo. It has the Bitcoin logo. It's really cool. I actually have it with me. I do have it with me, actually. Meet Kevin was wrong. You were right about CPIE. Hell yeah, he was wrong. I actually watched his live stream. No, he didn't. I don't think he went live. He did. Yeah, he did go live for a short period of time. I think he was feeling unwell. He was wrong about CPI, and I knew that was going to be the case. He's way too busy with his rallies. He has a lot of things to do, right? So he's running for governor. He wants to run for governor. The only way I knew that CPI was not going to come in higher is because I did some research about what CPI was across the world, and I found a particular pattern that CPI was actually inflecting downwards. That's how I knew. C3.ai, it should be on the mug, right? You can customize it that way. I mean, Tesla's one of my favorite companies, so that's why I have Tesla on the mug. His reaction was pretty funny. He was shocked. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, I actually watched it. I watch all the YouTubers you guys watch, trust me. We have a €5.6 donation from Alex Whiteside. Cheers, Alex. Appreciate it. Hey, Garrus, Virgin Galactic, a storming buy at these cheap levels. Yes, but I think Virgin Galactic can go lower. Despite the current downturn and cheaper levels, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back to 25. There we go. Around 25. And if the market goes down, it could fill the gap at 21.5. That could be a short-term thing that could happen. So options would be a bad idea here. But yeah, it's not financial advice, right? So, right. Yeah, the portfolio's heading up. And the market is going to close any second now. Any second. And the market is now officially closed. What a wild, wild day today. What can I say? It's been incredibly wild. CPI went down. And growth stocks went down with it. Just strange. Yeah, Neo earnings are coming up. I'm way too tired to cover it, honestly. I don't think it's going to be that special either. I think there's a good chance that Neo's going to go down because they missed on the delivery side of things, so they might actually miss on the earnings side of things. So yeah. Me Kevin is great for real estate. He doesn't know. I think he does know some things about stocks. He actually outperformed the market for like a good chunk of time, and that's how he became really rich. His main net worth came from stocks, I think. Yeah, so that's the thing. But yeah, like I just said, guys, it's a very important thing. Make sure you are in the Discord. Make sure you have joined the Discord. That's a community server that you can be part of. It is completely free. You know, we've got other YouTubers that are offering special communities that you can join and you can pay for it. You know, some people saying or asking like $50 or $100. I think that's ridiculous. I think the information flow should be free. I think people should be able to just communicate with each other about stocks and trading and investing and share their ideas. And I'm going to be sharing the link for the Discord where you can do exactly that for completely free. So make sure you join. I'll be sharing it one more time so you guys know and you can join. There is a verification channel in that Discord. You have to hit that up, hit the check button. Then you can become verified and access the server. It's a security measure. So make sure you join. Discord link in the description. It's also in the live chat. If you have not joined, make sure you join. There's also an Instagram link. I post incredibly frequently on the Instagram, so you might want to follow that as well. And that's the last thing I'm going to share for now. That's going to be good for now. All right, what a wild day. What a wild day. Tomorrow we're going to have Palantir earnings. Palantir earnings coming up tomorrow. Pre-market, right? So right before the market opens up, we're going to get Palantir earnings, including the webcast. So, yeah. Definitely going to be covering that. Hold up, guys. AI is jumping. Is AI jumping? Hold up. Or are you hoping for a jump? Let me check it out. Oh yeah, it went back to 51. Okay, so AI went back to 51. It actually performed better than Palantir. It might be because AI doesn't have earnings coming up, and Palantir does, so it's a bit of an uncertainty. And yeah, earnings for AI is going to be in about a month. Man, hopefully tomorrow's going to be a bit better for Palantir. I mean, I can still imagine Palantir going down to like 21.5 and then rallying substantially right after. Because I just think it seems like the hedge funds and institutions out there, the big boys, they're not buying in right now. They're just waiting for the opportunity or something. I don't know. The volumes are not high. Very low volumes. Please add LVMH to your list. I'm not sure about that. I think LVMH already moved up a lot. What's the market cap? 415 billion. What's the revenue? Oh my god. What a behemoth. Yeah, it's consumer non-durables apparel, of course. So it doubled from the pandemic until now. That's wild. That's crazy. Clover is shooting up for earnings. Really? No way. Is it? Like, is it actually? Oh, wow. Look at that. It's up 7.5% in the after hours. That's crazy. That is crazy. Very crazy. Well, the MACD was about to cross, but this, yeah. Big gap, runaway gap. Lots of excitement. Seems like they're crushing earnings. Let's see what's happening with Open Door. Yeah, there we go. Open Door also smashing earnings. I was bullish in Open Door. I do remember that. It's up 3.5%. It was up way more. It was up like 7% or something. That was fantastic. It's good news. Is Ride jumping as well? Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, Ride on earnings jump. Well, I mean, look what happened to Ride. Let's be honest. I mean, Ride has been going down substantially for the longest time. Look at Ride. That is insane. It's below the billion market cap too. I wouldn't be surprised if Ride would come back up to maybe, you know, all the way up to 7.5 again. What's happening with Workhorse? It's kind of in the same camp now, right? Yeah. Let's check Neo. Is Neo moving already? Neo's going down. Yeah, Neo's going down. Does Root have earnings or? Yeah, they have earnings. Yeah, I said it was going to bounce. I hope I'm right about this. Let's see if it's going to bounce. Yeah, Root is up 0.3%. But it's, I don't think they reported yet. Let me check. Root only up 0.3% right now. Gara, can you review the vaccines? They're moving 8 to 20% daily. Huh. Yeah, Moderna's been moving a lot. I did say it before. I think Moderna's going to correct. Oh, wow. I was right about it. I was right about Moderna. Here we go. I freaking said so. It feels good to be right. It went from $500 all the way back to the 380s. Yeah, I saw the MACD, I saw the RSI, I was like, this is not going to last. That's a good downturn. Probably going to probably go down even more. Maybe back down to the lower 300s. As we're going to get out of this pandemic, of course. Let's see what's happening to Root. Yeah, Palantir Q2 earnings. I cannot wait. I really can't wait. I am just stoked. I am absolutely stoked for earnings. It could go down. The stock could go down, but I think they're going to crush earnings. Let me check Root. Did they report yet? No, nothing yet. Open. Up 5.7%. Good. I was bullish in Open Door. So lots of these stocks are having earnings. Tomorrow is going to be quite exciting with Palantir coming out with earnings. And which stock was it again that we were taking a look at? I forgot the name of the stock. Oh yeah, Neo. Neo. Here we go. Neo down 0.4%. If I own CFDs on Palantir, no, I don't own any calls, because I just frankly cannot buy calls in Europe, in the Netherlands. Oh, so Two Chef is having earnings too, apparently. Let me take a look at that. I was bullish on the Two Chef. Oh, never mind. Actually, wasn't. Oops. Yeah, Tattooed Chef tomorrow. So Tattooed Chef and Palantir on the same date. eBay also had earnings today, I believe. Let me check eBay. Wow, I was bearish on eBay, but it's coming back up. That's interesting. Well, I mean, it did get oversold. To be fair, it got oversold on the 4 hours. So I should have seen that one coming. I really should have seen that one coming. Probably. Yeah. Yep, that was an obvious one because it hit the 100-day moving average. And also on the 4 hours, it hit the, I think that's the 200-day moving average. That's so stupid of me. How did I miss that? Oh well. Mistakes are made. I'm still human after all. And we had, probably they crushed earnings. Yeah. Let's check Root. Root is down, at least. Oh no, it's not. It's up 0.3%. Does Bumble have earnings as well? Let me check it out. Bumble up 4%. Yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, MACD crossed, RSI jumping. Daily charts looking good. Could retest the lower 50s. Apparently, Bumble had good earnings too. Open is up 7.6%. I'm actually curious about Root. Let me check Clover. Clover should be shooting up. Yeah, it's up 10%. $3.5 billion market cap though. Sono is up. Sonos. Up 8.9 percentage points. Ooh. It's going up. Remember, I was quite bullish on Sono. Was sitting at like 27.4. Best technical analysis ever. Just a massive arrow to the upside. This was a while ago though. This was in February. That's insane. Oh, Root earnings call tomorrow? Okay. Well, oh well. Yeah, I think, honestly, I'm feeling incredibly tired. I want to cover Neo, but I don't expect it's going to be, like, anything surprising. Because deliveries were down, right? So, unless there's demand, right? Like, if you guys want me to cover Neo earnings, I'll cover Neo earnings, no problem. I just don't, I don't know, I knew, like, they actually had relatively bad deliveries last month. I don't expect any kind of like a blowout on earnings. Oh, this is great. Look at this. Hold on. This is pretty wild. That is me on the iPad. This is the Instagram, right? So on my Instagram, I made a couple posts. So make sure you follow the Instagram. Instagram is down below in the description. Follow the Instagram. Looks so weird on the iPad. Looks so big. Let's see. Cover Neo. What are good picks for upcoming earnings? I like Palantir. Apparently, there's not a whole lot of demand for Neo. Gives me the proper excuse to just go to bed. Oh, darn. It's a heavy thing, though. Alright, cheers everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. You guys are awesome. I will be leaving now. I'm gonna pretty much go to bed. I'm just so exhausted. But I'll be back tomorrow. And we're gonna be covering Palantir earnings in the pre-market. So make sure you are there. It's gonna be very important. Palantir could go up 10, 20, maybe even 30%, who knows. We've seen big moves in the past for Palantir. So make sure you join. This was Lucid Trading. Check out the socials. Instagram link down below. Twitter link down below. I post very frequently, so follow me there. And also, you can join the Discord for completely free. It is a community. It's a community where we talk about trading, investing in stocks. So you might want to check that out. All right. Cheers, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys and gals tomorrow.